So I've been using the M1 MacBook Pro to power my whole setup here. And now that setup is obviously my MacBook, which plugs into the Samsung display I have, and also my iPad to use as a secondary display. And it's been working out pretty good. I've been using it to study for exams and make content for YouTube. But I have found a couple issues using it this way, and that kind of stems from the fact that the MacBook Pro, at least the M1 version, only has 2 USB-C ports. And unfortunately that left me with using one port for the DisplayPort cable that goes into the monitor, and the other one using this USB-C hub to plug in the charger, the Elgato Camlink for the camera, a charger for my iPad, and it kind of limited where I could place the laptop because of my audio thing. I had a short little cable that would only plug in on that side. So I found it very convoluted, not user-friendly, and it was difficult to plug in even another USB or flash drive to, transfer documents or whatever it may be. I did some editing of videos with my dad, and we kept transferring video files so we could upload it from another computer, and it became real tough. And that's when I realized, I need to find a better solution to this. And so I decided, let me go look online and see what options I have available to me in terms of a dock where I could plug one cable into the MacBook and plug everything else into the dock and have it, easily accessible. And that's what I found. The solution to it for me was the CalDigit TS4, and that's what I'm going to show you today. The TS4 retails for $379.99 USD. I got mine through B&H Photo and Video, which shipped free to Canada with orders over $99 USD. And in Canadian, it ended up coming out to about $558.99, which is expensive, but I think it's worth it. So in the box we have the unit itself, which is pretty small. You have some rubber tabs that go on the bottom of the unit, which I'll show you a bit later. And then you have the Thunderbolt 4 cable, which runs the whole thing. You also have the power cable and the power brick, which is actually pretty big. I think it's bigger than the unit itself. So the TS4 has 8 USB ports, and those are a mixture of USB-A and USB-C. It also has a 2.5 gigabyte Ethernet port and 2 SD card readers. I'm going to put up a picture of the layout of the unit on screen here for you so that you can get a better idea as to what it looks like. And now that I'm able to get my hands on the unit itself, I can tell you that it feels really nice in the hands. It's got a really nice build quality. It feels nice and compact. If you're going to be laying the unit down horizontally on the table, it's recommended that you put these rubber tabs on, which fit easily in the grooves on the edge of the unit. And I think it helps it breathe easier when it gets heated up. So in order to set this up properly, you have to plug in the Thunderbolt 4 cable that was provided in the box into one specific port on the unit, which is marked computer. Once you plug that in, it will work properly, and you plug in everything else as indicated. So the back of the unit for me looks like this. I got the power cable, the Thunderbolt 4 cable, Elgato Camlink, the iPad charger, the audio input, and the DisplayPort cable. So one thing I really like about this is the fact that there's only one cable coming out of the TS4 and plugging into the MacBook Pro. It really helps the whole setup look a lot cleaner, and it's a lot easier to work with. It also solves the issue that I was having when I was using the small hub, where it was difficult to plug other peripherals in, including a flash drive. With the TS4, I'm able to plug in the flash drive with ease, as you can see, and I can also plug in an additional USB and charge my phone if needed too. And don't forget that this is all with everything else that I've needed plugged into the back of the TS4. So I've only had the TS4 for a couple days and just pretty much using it to make this video. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. It's really freed up a lot of space, make the whole setup look a lot cleaner, and allow me to plug in extra peripherals when needed with ease. It's something I would recommend getting if this kind of issue is something you've run into or just want to free up space. It's worth checking out. It is on the expensive side, but I think it's worth it so far. There are some issues that have sprouted up already, and you may have noticed it throughout this video, and that is some glitching or greenish discoloration that occurs every now and then, and that's got to do with the Elgato Camlink plugging into this Thunderbolt station. There are some solutions online which I've tried, and unfortunately they haven't worked. But it's something I can look past because overall this is working the way I wanted it to. I guess the best next step to do here would be to put it through its paces and see how it does, and down the road I can make a follow-up review video on the full product. And that's pretty much it. So I hope this helps you if you're looking at getting something like this, and which I highly recommend. And with that, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one.